Macmillan Audio presents The Santangelos by Jackie Collins. Performed by Jackie Collins, Sydney Tamiia Poitier, Ari Fliakos, Holter Graham, and January Lavoy.
To my many loyal and wonderful listeners who have faithfully followed the Santangelo family for years, I wish you nothing but love and peace. Oh yes, and remember, never fuck with a Santangelo.
Prologue. The king of Akramshar, a small but wealthy Middle Eastern country located between Syria and Lebanon, ruled his oil-rich country with an iron fist. And although King Emir Amin Mohammed Jordan embraced many old-fashioned values and traditions, he also implemented his own rules, and they were harsh. The king had countless wives and more than 30 children. In his mind, they were all useless. Women were good for only 2 things: giving birth and being at his sexual beck and call. As for his offspring, some of them grown men, they were all disappointments. The only son who'd given him any pleasure at all was his dear departed son Armand, a worthy successor to the king's coveted crown. And Armand was gone, murdered by the American infidels, a bullet to the head in a degenerate American city called Las Vegas. The king's fury was boundless. How could this have happened? And why? King Emir had given Armand a royal funeral fit for his favorite son. His people had lined the streets, heads bowed, showing their respect as they should. Several of his many sons carried the solid gold casket on their shoulders. Peggy, Armand's American mother, his widow, Soraya, and Armand's 4 children walked solemnly behind. The women, including Peggy, wore traditional robes covering their entire bodies. The king rode on a white stallion, resplendent in a gold-trimmed uniform, waving to his people. King Emir was a man who believed in revenge. And who exactly was to blame for the unfortunate demise of his favorite son, shot to death like a dog? King Emir had his own ideas. Armand had been trying to buy the very hotel he was murdered in, the Keys, a hotel owned by a woman. That a woman could actually own a hotel was ridiculous. But even more ridiculous, according to Peggy, the woman had refused to sell her property to Armand, and on top of that she had insulted him to his face, and the king had no doubt that it was she who had arranged for Armand's brutal murder. King Emir simmered with fury, while dark thoughts of revenge filled his head. Justice had to be done. But how? Kill the woman? Take her life exactly as she had taken Armand's? No, that was not punishment enough. The woman had to suffer, and her family had to suffer. This was a given. For almost a year, King Emir had been busy putting plans in place, for his rage would rain down on the offensive American mongrels, and they too would feel the pain of a terrible loss. The woman's name was Lucky Santangelo.
Book 1, Chapter 1, Lucky. The Keys was Lucky Santangelo Golden's dream hotel, but sometimes one can dream bigger, and Lucky had decided that she should create something even more special. She was at a place in her life where she felt ready for a new challenge. Everything was running smoothly. Her kids were all doing well, Bobby with his chain of successful clubs, Max busy making a name for herself in London as an up-and-coming model. Young Gino Jr. and Leo, Lennie's son, whom she'd adopted, were ensconced in summer camp, while her father, Gino, was happily living out his days in Palm Springs with his 4th wife, Paige. So Lucky had decided it was time to shake things up, and she'd come up with the idea of building a hotel-casino apartment complex plus a movie studio. This was something nobody had done before, and why not? It was such a brilliant idea. When she told her filmmaker husband Lennie, he thought it was a crazy concept.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?